you'll see on my page that I drew a face, and half of the face is this jigsaw piece. And that is how I have felt perhaps all of my life. Where do I fit? You see, I am able to adapt and fit into any situation quite easily. I mean, I can go away for a week with like 2 changes of clothing. Now, I'm not talking going camping. Because I can adapt to the environment, I can easily fit into the culture of where I am. And I love it because I'm a team player. So I love that. But at the same time, I used to have this dreadful internal frustration because I would come back from where I was, where I would adapt and fit in, and I would go, but there was something deep on the inside of me that is desperate to blossom. You know, like you see this beautiful rose, it's this gorgeous bud, and you see the picture of what it actually will look like. So I've always felt like that almost most of my life, that I was budding, but I never ever came into bloom. My petals would start to open, right? But there would never be the full blossoming. So I never got to see where it was that I really fitted. So it has been a deep frustration in me, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one that feels like this. You go, there's got to be something more. I'm not just here to just work, go out, hang out, have friends, have children, get married. There's something of some purpose to my life more than that. Now, God has placed inside each of us something that comes natural. Now, for me to sit behind the computer, I can just pop because it doesn't come natural, right? Can I learn it? Have I learned it? Absolutely. But it's not something that comes natural. But if I'm put on the spot to talk about a piece of string, which in actual fact happened when I was actually at a bipolar meeting in Glasgow, and I was put on the spot and asked to talk about something, and I could talk, and I spoke about a wound up torch. So I can talk on the spot. I'm not a perfectionist, not at all. I am creative. I see in pictures. So that is my natural temperament. So why would God want to put me to be a teacher where you've got to really have an eye for detail and be perfect? That would stress me. It would not flow, right? So I have really experienced this such a lot, and I really now am coming into this place in my life. In my previous video, spoke about when God said to me, I didn't create you to be a sex bomb, but my blueprint for you is that you'll be soft and gentle and an influencer. From that moment on, that was about 4 years ago, I started to begin to go, oh, right, so this is who he made me to be. Okay, soft and gentle we had to work on, and then the influencer, I'm feeling more and more comfortable in that position, right? So I then began to develop coming into my own, and I became very aware of this, that whilst we are finding we're a jigsaw piece. In my pocket, I always carry one jigsaw piece, and it's like, where do I fit? And I know that I've spoken to numerous people. This is a great frustration for many. You know, the most widely read book apart from the Bible was The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. Everybody is desperate to find out, where do I fit best? Because where I fit best is where the giftings that God has placed on the inside of me and yourself will come to the fore. And you will flourish, and you'll begin to blossom where He has planted you, right? So I've got to really thinking about this a lot. And I love the scripture which I've posted, which is Hebrews 3:13, that we are to encourage one another whilst it is day. And I got really thinking about this today. Nowhere did Jesus say that we are to pick out one another's shortcomings, their struggles, the things they haven't quite got the grip of yet. They still haven't found their place, so they're buffering. And in the buffering, we become rather irritable, because we're going, I so want to fit somewhere, because when I fit, I will be able to function, right? And so that really began to really sit on me, Hebrews 3:13, that we really need to be kind to one another whilst we are finding that place where we best fit. Okay? We're not to be fault finding and picking on somebody else and going, well, this you don't quite measure up. You're not quite that. What is that? Who am I to measure up to? Who are you to measure up to? You've got to be the best you that God created you to be. But if we are always gnawing at one another like Pac-Man, and we're gnawing at one another, and we are picking on one another, instead of calling out the greatness that I see in a friend, I see potential, I see greatness. Let me call that up and out. So there comes a platform for that person to function well. Okay? So this is really a very burning thing in my heart. And for me, that I am coming into my place is so exciting that I really wanted to share this with you. I want to encourage you. Don't become discouraged. Please, let's become people that encourage one another along our journey. And this, as always, is from Pingmoments. Sharron, thank you for listening. Be encouraged and be an encourager.